Coast Nation, Sanmanan Bavetu, welcome back to Patrons with me, UQB. I do have some updates for you guys when it comes to the club. So currently, it is something that we will be talking about or discussing regarding the players, the assessments, and also some new, you know, details or new updates when it comes to Langelihle Phili. Now, he's an incredible player. He is a winger whom I do feel like he would be extra great for the club, especially since obviously those assessments that are going on when it comes to players, and also he's a bit younger. He's someone who can definitely help the team a lot more, but anyways, before we get there, please do make sure that you like the video. So starting off with indaba zama player assessments, one thing I have to clarify is that so far the transfer window has not yet been opened, honestly speaking, but it is opening on July 1st 2026 until September 22 2026. Obviously that's when the transfer window will be closed. So I do hear people saying that why are we so worried and concerned about signings, because we just need to be patient and Kaizer just will make the signings and announcements in due course. I do not doubt that and I do not mind, but honestly speaking, we are losing players whom by the standards of today, these are the kind of players that should be at Naturena, and they should be trying to help the team get where the team needs to be. So if we are losing those players, it's difficult for us to say, okay, definitely we can make backups with this and this and this and that, because it won't be the same. It won't be the same. Currently, the club is busy with the squad assessment, and they are almost done according to the latest news. They are almost done. They've been checking the performances of the player from last season, looking at the contract situations, and also they are looking whether the players that will be leaving or the players contract who's coming to an end will be fitting in the style of play Sika coach Fernando de Cruz, and if not, those players are expected to be let go of, and the announcement will follow shortly according to the latest news. So definitely that is something that we need to keep an eye out for. Club, when they start announcing that those players and those other players are leaving, we do know there's a list of players whose contract are coming to an end or are ending manje nje ngey'dates zika-June. There's players like Kanye Samayo, players like Gaston Sereno, Pule Modi. We have players like what's this guy, Gross Voma. Who is the center back whose contract is coming to an end? No, he's not a center back, he's a defender. I think it's Dylan Solomons. Also, we do have other players. I think there's a lot of players, except now Uzi Takunika has been given a contract extension or a new contract, sort of to speak, but it is a year. So that's that. And then we are waiting and anticipating to see the players that are going to be let go of come the 30th of June, because Tiwa, they're not going to let anyone go before they are fully assessed, and then also they have decided which players they want to keep and which players they do not want to keep. So quite interesting, because the coach is not even here, but they did say the assistant coach and also Dylan Shepard are working alongside in order for them to be able to look and analyze at everything. So yeah, asas. And then moving on to Langelihle Phili. This is a winger, as I've mentioned before, primarily plays as a left winger, but he can also play as an attacking midfielder, which he's a very good player. He has had a good season. In the league alone, he played 26 games. I think we've spoken about him before. He has played 26 games. He has managed to score 7 goals and 1 assist on the Betway Premiership only. But when you look at all the competitions, he has managed to score 8 goals and managed to help the team get more goals by providing 6 assists in this one season that he has played. Now, he has been an incredible player. He is a player that was supposed to go to Amazulu, if I'm not mistaken, but then he ended up going to Stellenbosch, primarily because there was a situation, the the club even spoken to the parents. The move was supposed to happen, but then something ivalile, and then azanga khona nje ukumuvela to Amazulu FC. Then he ended up going to Stellenbosch FC, which, by the way, he's a very young player. I can say he's talented, but for me, I feel like he's more of a hard worker than a really talented player. Now, if you look at the situation at Nanchorena, we do have, Langelihle Phili, who was signed as someone who was going to come in and try to compete in that position. Yeah, you get a left winger, which currently we do know is a bit of a problem. We do have Pulemodi there playing that position mostly, but in terms of the age-wise and everything else, let's be honest, he's not been giving us the best when it comes to that position. Same as Langelihle Phili. As much as he's young, honestly, for me, I do feel like it's probably because he's more integrated on the right than on the left, and he probably enjoys playing on the right flank than on the left flank. But so far, he was a player that we were trying to introduce, so there's a lot of mistakes that he's been doing on that side, and I've been talking about it. I don't know, maybe mina yimi ngibona nje owami eceleni, but honestly speaking, I do believe he can give us a lot more playing on the right wing side than on the left wing side. But also then again on the right flank, there is Langelihle. He's been doing incredibly well on that position, and then also umfana like Umfundo Vilakazi, he's mostly introduced there. It's only been on the later games when we were playing close to end the season where he was started as an attacking midfielder, but other than that, he's been playing on that position. So bringing in a winger, for me, it would have made sense for us to sign a player like Usianda Ndlovu, who apparently is going to Orlando Pirates, and I think it's a done deal and everything. So if we were or we lost Langelihle, I'm still questioning because honestly speaking, yeah, that position, it needs players like Usianda Ndlovu. So if that was not the case, I don't know. I still do not know what is going to happen. Nakona, we still don't know what is going to happen because it's a bit early to be reporting. E1 July, still a week ahead. So we need to wait for that in terms of the players that are going to be let go of. But in terms of Langelihle Phili, I would love to see him at Nanchorena. But unfortunately, with the latest information is that Stellenbosch are refusing to sell the player. They are not interested in looking at offers. So yeah, yeah. But I do understand he's an incredible player, and they wouldn't want to let go of their, best talent so far. For me, I do have a problem when it comes to players like Langelihle Phili. I do prefer to see them perform for at least 2 to 3 seasons so that we do know when we are signing him, we are not going to have a problem because, when we sign players and then Mabafika in Ashorena, they don't give us as much as we were hoping for. That also becomes a problem. But we did hear people talking about the recruitment strategy, Kaizer Chiefs, which is so far not so good, despite signing the best scout. But at the end of the day, I do not blame that guy. All I can say is he can scout, he can look at different players, suggest this and this and that. At the end of the day, the final decision comes down to the club. It's not him who makes the signings official. You understand? So that is one thing we need to look at. But then, I don't know, guys, what do you think so far since Bangafoni Phili? Do you think Kaizer just will try to push for the move or because let's be honest, we do need a winger, especially the left wing position. So, yeah. Guys. And one thing I know is, as much as Stellenbosch, they are not willing to let go of the player, there's another club that is going to come in and they sign that player. And then we say, yeah, because they do not want to sell to any club. But if a team is really, really honestly, prepared to sign a player, because also he's very young, and for me, I don't feel like it would be a loss, to sign a player like that. I think it's just 23, I believe, yeah, he's 23, 24, somewhere around there. So I do not think like it would be a big loss for the club to say, okay, let's just sacrifice and get this player because that position is needed. It would be very sad and very painful to see the player going to a different club, a club like Orlando Pirates, even though they don't need the player, but it might be something that they will do or they can do. And then it's vele zibe buhlungu kakhulu inhliziyo sizibuza ukuthi mara what's going on. And then we look at Kaizer Chiefs, they sign. There was someone who commented and said Kaizer Chiefs love signing, I'm a reject. But I don't know, that was just someone commenting, not me. And then I do have few comments. Ola QP kushenege ulaki, thank you so much. And Ayanda QP, we need Omega Mdaga back. Omega Mdaga, I don't know if we're going to sign him. Even now, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors about Tokeletso Mahalwa, and then also there's this player Vuyo, if I'm not mistaken. So I've been hearing all those rumors, but when it comes to a club like Kaizer Chiefs, it's very difficult for them to go back. Once they move, they move. Even for us to sign back, Lona, who's this guy? Currently is a free agent. Who was our CTM, guys? Who was our CTM? Why am I forgetting his name? But you know him. So I think it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult for us to be able to take him back. But let's hope the rumors are true. And then Simtole, because honestly speaking, we do have a problem when it comes to making sure we get players. But also, I'm not too worried because I do know that we have a lot of players that we loaned out. Xolani Khosa, Nkosana Mbutu, we have a lot of players, and Nkosana Mbutu is another potential who can play on that left wing position. But so far, I don't think they trust him enough to be able to say, okay, let's introduce him. It's because he has on the betway. It is very hard, Ziaboya. So a player like Langelihle Phili is a player I could regard or say he's a top winger. So having him as a starter and then having Nkosana Mbutu as backup players or players who play especially on the bench, it would mean something totally different for the club. So I don't know, but that's just my opinion. I'm not a coach. I don't know anything about football. Let's wait and see with it too. Where is another comment? Jonas. Jonas. sorry, Jonas. Hola. Sibonge lapho. And then, have you heard the stories about Jonas? I'm not gonna talk much. Emperor, when are the boys on loan coming back? On the 30th of June, they should be back. And then Mayfula transfer window, because honestly speaking, let's be honest, transfer window has not been opened. Ivulile for Premier League, but for PSL, it is not open as of yet. Yes, teams have started already, they are signing players. And the one team in Kagayo who said Bona they are preparing for this coming season, they haven't made major signings, only a defender so far, or maybe that we know of. So it's quite interesting with all the players we thought would be going to Kaizer Chiefs. As much as we know Kaizer Chiefs were interested in signing them, they are not going there, and that leaves a lot of questions when it comes to a club like the Kaizer Chiefs. Let me jump. Going to Sabelo, Spong Elapo, Ola. Then Emperor again, Jonas is running away. Jonas. Hey, let's not talk much about Jonas. Please let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Langelihle Phili, they do not want to let go of him. What do you think Kaizer Chiefs should do? Because if we start the season without a winger, especially a left winger, I see the same problems over and over again. But maybe there is another player out there that you guys can suggest you think might help the club. Please let me know down in the comment section below. I believe this is it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video. Later on, possibly with something new. Peace.